was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty old tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippinest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a Boone wanted to do and what a dream come true was he.
You know, Becky, you turn out a meal like a man one you're going to eat for the rest of his life.
Careful, I'll remind you of that later when you come looking for another piece of pie. Besides, I have to give you some reason for coming in out of those woods.
Oh, I've got a lot more reasons than that.
Come on, boys, help me clear the table.
You save any food for the turtle?
I just hope he likes cornbread.
He will.
When does Paul get back?
Let's see, he left about 5 days ago. How long did Gideon say it'd be?
A week.
It's 5 days, now how many does that leave?
2.
Right.
Unless he changes his mind.
Oh, not Gideon. Once he makes a decision, he's not likely to change. You know, I remember one time we were paddling down this stream, and all of a sudden, we came to some rapids, and dead ahead was this great big rock.
What'd you do?
Well, I was in the rear, paddling on the right side, so I decided to go on the right side of that rock, and I began to back paddle hard. Well, Gideon was up in front on the left, and he decided left. So he started to paddle hard on that side. Now, he knew I decided right, but he decided left, and he wasn't about to change.
What happened?
Well, we hit that rock broadside and busted that canoe right in the middle.
And then we paddled as hard as we could at each other, rammed them 2 parts together, and we had ourselves one canoe again. Damn.
Hi, Gideon.
Oh, it's real.
Is that true?
Well, kind of, Israel. You see, Gideon has quite a gift for telling ends of stories. Now, you boys finish up in here and in the kitchen.
Gideon, it's good to see you again. And just by looking at you, I can tell you're hungry.
That's a safe bet, because you know I'm always hungry.
It'll only take a minute.
Have a good trip.
Fair. A few beavers and a fox. My traps were empty, though. I can't understand it. They were snapped tight shut, but clean empty.
Well, maybe those animals are getting smart.
Maybe. Oh, that's it. About 5 miles from here, I sniffed something in the wind. I like to run myself to death trying to get here. Mighty powerful cooking.
And that's mighty powerful sniffing.
Is that why you came back early? You missed Becky's cooking?
Partly. Ran into some trouble out there.
What kind of trouble?
Old Charlie Bates and his boys.
They gave you trouble?
No. They were having it.
Gideon, can't you talk and eat at the same time?
Yeah, but I can't talk and taste at the same time.
Well, would you mind holding up the tasting for just a minute and tell me about this trouble?
Well, seems like somebody came into their camp last night and busted old Charlie's head in.
Well, how is he?
He's alive, but he ain't doing too well. I helped carry him in. They're all down in Cincinnati's now.
Why would anybody do that?
Seems like they was getting robbed. Old Charlie Bates must have woke up in the middle of it and got busted in the head cause of it. Whoever it was must have been scared, because he didn't touch the pelts. All he took was their guns and a sack of cornmeal.
You say they're all down at the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'll go down there. Do you want to come along?
Mm-hmm. But a man shouldn't bolt his food.
Take it easy, Joe. You're all right. You're back in Boonesboro.
I seen her.
Seen who, Joe?
I seen a black Indian.
Paul? Just let him rest, Joe.
What do you suppose he was talking about, Daniel?
What kind of Indian could that be?
He said a black Indian.
Maybe he was talking about Gideon, delirious-like.
Maybe.
There was some talk about some Indian raids west of here.
Well, not raids exactly, just some stealing.
Yeah, all they was taking was some food and guns.
You think them Indians gonna hit Pa?
Wait just a minute. Your pa said a black Indian. That's one. That doesn't sound like a raiding party to me.
Doesn't sound like nothing to me. Who ever heard of a black Indian?
There's a fella come through here a couple of months back talking about a black man being adopted by an Indian.
I heard that. Said they regard him as something special.
I figured just some kind of a fancy fairy tale.
Well, it might be just that.
Well, if there's just one of them out there, let's go get him.
I'm ready. What do you say, Daniel?
Well, it might be best if just one or two of us went out there. There'd be less chance of scaring him off. Besides, you boys ought to stay up there with your pa. Want to come along, Gideon?
Well, I was thinking about getting a rest.
I understand you've been out all week. You probably need one.
I didn't say I needed a rest. I said I was thinking about getting a rest. But it don't look like I'm going to get a rest because I'm coming with you. Daniel, you know better than make decisions for me.
I learned that a long time ago. Let's get started if we're going to get out there and find the fellow.
Who's that? Speak up or I'll blast you.
That's Jesse Watt's cabin over there. It ain't too far from where Charlie Bates and his boys were camped.
Might be a good idea to stop and ask Jesse if he's seen anybody hanging around lately.
Hoss, you do come up with some good ideas. As I remember, Jesse brews a strong pot of coffee. Jesse? Maybe he's gone out.
Yeah, seems like.
Hoss, I could still use that cup of coffee.
Well, I think Jesse'd be real glad to have you. Jesse, it's Daniel. You all right? What happened?
Daniel? I don't know. I must have fell. Oh. No. Somebody came in here last night. I grabbed for my rifle, but he must have seen me. I wrestled for it and went off. And that's all I remember.
Did you get a look at it?
Well, it was dark. It seems to me like he was an Indian. There was something strange about him. Yeah, I remember now. The thing that was funny about him was it was dark, like Gideon. I never seen no black Indian before.
Gideon, go outside and see if you can find any sign of the trail. I'll get Jesse back.
Right, Hoss.
No, I'm all right. Take more than a knock on the head to lay me low.
You think you took anything?
Yeah. And what's it to take? He must have got the rifle. Food. There was half a turkey carcass there. And why would anybody steal food? All you have to do is ask.
Hoss, come here. Looks like I found something.
You be all right?
Oh, don't pay no mind to me. I'm fine. You go on.
Well, now, don't you go jumping around.
Well, you be careful, Daniel. He's a big one.
Looks like he stood out here waiting to go in. Then his tracks show he laid off that way.
Well, let's go after it.
Hoss, what do you figure a black man's doing here?
I don't know. Maybe he came down from the north.
And joined with the Indians? Ain't likely. I figure he's an escaped slave.
Well, that may be, but it still doesn't explain why he's stealing guns.
What are you aiming to do once you find him?
I know what you're thinking. You know how I feel about slavery. I'm not about to send anybody back to that life. But if he's been stealing, he's got to account for it.
Yeah, I guess so.
You still want to come along?
More than ever.
Let's go.
Yeah, he don't leave many signs like that. Maybe he is an Indian.
If he isn't, he's been taught real good.
Things are getting easier.
Circle back.
Looks like he's acting now like he don't want to be followed.
Come on.
Looks like he's trying to play squirrel on us.
Or else that's what he wants us to think. He could spend a whole day trying to figure out where he came down.
I guess maybe then we spend a whole day.
That's what he wants us to do. Sign's too plain. He's backtracking to those rocks and turned off someplace. Come on.
Looks like you got him figured, Hoss. But he ain't making it too easy.
He learned his lessons good.
But not good enough.
Can't be more than a half an hour ahead of us.
Hoss, I've been watching you all day, and I just got to ask you something.
What's that?
Are you sure you ain't part hound dog? Don't laugh. I seen you sniffing at times when there wasn't no trail at all to be seen.
I'll let you talk. If he's carrying food, you'd be way out in front of me.
Well, he is getting easier to follow.
Just careless. I figure he thinks maybe he's out in the clear. I reckon maybe he's heading for that ridge. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Me, Choctaw. Hunt game.
What kind of game are you hunting? Is that your gun?
My gun.
Now, you don't mean to tell me that you're a Choctaw?
Last night, a friend of ours got hit on the head and got his gun stole.
His name is Jesse Watts.
You still say this is yours?
No, I took it. I was looking for some food. I didn't see anybody. Then all of a sudden, he jumped up at me with that gun. I grabbed it. It went off. I grabbed some food and ran.
And you left him there?
I didn't know what to do. I thought he was dead.
Well, he ain't. No thanks to you.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I ain't never hurt nobody.
No? Not even when you got this cornmeal?
What do you mean?
This was stolen from Charlie Bates, who's near death with his skull busted. Now, you tell me again you haven't hurt anybody.
It was an accident.
Who are you? Let's hear the truth.
My name is Luke. I'm a runaway slave. I'm just trying to be free. I ran into this band of Choctaw. I was awful hungry. They took care of me. Then I got the idea if I pretended to be an Indian and head north. They gave me these clothes and I painted myself up and started out. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I just wanted to be free.
Are you lying again?
You know what these are? You ever see a free man with these marks?
How'd you get them?
You don't have to do anything, just be black. The boss man I was working for said I wasn't working hard enough, so he whipped me. So I worked a little harder and he whipped me again. And one day I sassed him back. That night he came to my shack, busted in the door while me and my wife was having dinner. He said, "Boy, you're gonna learn not to talk back to your boss man. You've been having it too easy around here. So I'm gonna ship your wife out to another farm." Do you know what that means? Once she's gone, I never see her again. Never.
And he did it?
He never got the chance. He grabbed and started pulling her up. I moved to him. He pulled out a pistol. All of a sudden, she grabbed for it. The gun went off right in her middle. I must have went crazy. I grabbed him, and I began to hit him. And I hit him, and I hit him, and I grabbed him and threw him against the fireplace. He hit his head on a brick, and he fell down dead. He shot my wife.
Where is she now?
I carried her out into the woods. I don't know how long I walked. I must have walked a long way. And I stopped. And I knew she was dead. And I buried her. At least she was buried free.
Hoss, what are we gonna do?
Well, we find a place to make camp. We'll start back tomorrow.
We gonna take him with us?
That's what we came out here for. Gideon, you're not forgetting Jesse or Charlie Bates, are you?
No, I ain't forgetting.
All right. Come on.
You gonna help me? Well, somebody's gotta help me.
Take more than a feather and some war paint to make you look like an Indian. Well, he don't look half so dangerous without all that paint.
You say anything?
Not a word since you said we were taking him back.
It would help if he opened up. I'd like to do something for him. Why don't you see if you can get him to talk?
All right, Hoss, I'll try. Something the matter? Here, let me see. Oh, it ain't nothing broken, but you got a good bruise there. How'd it happen? You asked me if I would help you. I can't help you if you ain't gonna talk to me.
You're trapped. You stepped in a trap.
Well, it must have been one of them little ones. They'll ache you up a bit, but they won't break no bones. How far you reckon you traveled?
I don't know. I've been going so many directions, I don't know where I am.
Well, if anyone's been chasing you, ought to be clear of them by now.
Maybe. Sometimes they don't ever give up. They're hired men that don't do nothing but chase slaves. They know every time a black gets away, the others might start thinking the same thing. They can't let that happen.
That's why you don't have to worry. We ain't gonna send you back.
We? We? What about him?
Well, he ain't gonna send you back. I'll promise you that.
Why not? He's white, ain't he?
That don't mean he's against you.
Every white man I knew was.
All whites ain't alike, any more than all blacks.
Yes, they're alike. The blacks and the whites, they're all alike. The whites are the bosses and the blacks are the slaves. That's why they're all alike.
Well, I know what you feel. My wife was an escaped slave. And when we were first together, every time a white man come around the cabin, she'd run and hide, feared he'd come to take her back. But she learned, just like you got to learn. It's a whole new life now.
I ain't having anything to do with any white folks.
Then you better dig yourself a cave, crawl in, and cover up the front. Because that's all there is out there. And you're going to have to learn to live with them. Now, you say you want some help. Well, they'll help you. You take Daniel, he'll help you. But you got to talk to him. Talk to him. You'll see.
All right.
Daniel?
Luke, you didn't tell you anything to help. Some things I'm going to have to know if I'm going to be able to do anything for you in Boonesboro.
I told you why I run away.
I'm talking about what you've been doing since. Why you've been doing all this stealing.
I was hungry.
There's plenty of game in the woods.
Well, I don't know anything about catching animals. All I know about is just farming.
You had a gun.
I don't know how to use it.
Then why did you steal them?
Well, I figured if I took the guns with me, then no one would come after me then. I'd be safer.
Well, what'd you do with them?
I threw them away. I didn't have any use for them.
Where'd you throw them?
I don't know. Anywhere. Bushes. Any place.
When you were living with the Indians, did they say anything about another black man living with them?
No. Why?
Well, Daniel had heard a story about a black man who was living with the Indians just like he was one of them.
That's right. They seemed to think highly of him. Seemed to think he was something special.
No. I haven't met anybody who thought a black man was anything special.
They never mentioned another black man.
No. No, they never even mentioned the fact that I was black.
Luke, why don't you just rest easy there?
Well, Hoss, what do you think? Can you help him?
There's something wrong here, Gideon.
Well, he answered all the questions. There's something else you want to know?
He came up with all the answers, but when you put them together, they don't add up.
What do you mean?
Well, like when he says all he knows is farming. Now, where'd he learn this trick of doubling back on his tracks to cover up his trail?
From the Indians.
Well, if he had time for that, how come he didn't have time to learn something basic like learning to live off the land?
Well, maybe he was too busy heading up north.
Maybe. But if he was going north, how does it happen that when we ran across him, he was heading due west?
Maybe he didn't know where he was.
Now, you know he knows the sun sets in the west. You know, the thing that sticks in my craw is that he's smart enough to be doing different from what he says he's doing. Like throwing those rifles away. A smart man would have held on to them and traded them for what he needed.
Yeah, but he wasn't about to go into nearing settlements.
Well, I'm not talking about the settlers. The Indians would be mighty happy to get their hands on them.
Doesn't sound like you're in any mood to help him.
In order to help him, I've got to know the truth, Gideon. He started by lying, saying he'd never hurt anybody. Now he tells us he killed a man.
Protecting his wife.
I'm just trying to find where the lying stops and the truth begins.
It's plain to me that everything he did for a reason. To stay alive.
I wonder if that's his only reason. Well, I'll sleep on it. Maybe we better tie him up for the night.
Oh, Hoss, you don't have to do that.
I told you, Gideon, we're taking him back.
I know that, but you don't have to truss him up like some animal.
Well, now, if he gets away, I'll just have to go find him and bring him in, and that's a waste of time.
Well, he won't run. I'll guard him.
We'll both guard him. You can have the first shot.
Is he gonna help me?
You better get some sleep. We'll be starting out early in the morning.
All of us?
Luke, if you said you were heading north, how come when we found you, you were heading west?
The Indians told me about settlements due north, so I figured I'd cut around them by heading west.
Well, didn't they say anything about needing guns? You could have sold them guns to them, you know.
Yeah, I thought about that. But I figured I'd never see them again. And anyway, you can't make time if you're gonna lug them guns around with you.
Yeah, that is right.
Gideon, ain't you believing me? I might lie to a white man. I mean, you have to do that. But I'd never lie to you. You know that. And I'm counting on you, Gideon.
You better get some rest. I got some thinking to do.
Everything all right?
Uh-huh. It's my turn to sleep.
You look a little tired.
I can't understand why.
Well, it might have been easier to tie him up.
It wouldn't have been for me. You two feel a need for some exercise?
Where were you?
Asleep.
Sleep? I never knew you to sleep that soundly.
Well, I figure when a man has a point to make, he ought to have his chance.
Meaning what?
You said we should have tied him up. I guess you made your point.
While you were sleeping.
Hoss, if I had wanted to let him go, I would have let him go while I was guarding him.
Up here.
Hoss, how about last night?
Forget it.
No, you were right. He was bound to try and get away, but wouldn't you do the same thing?
Well, that's why I want him tied up.
I guess that's why I didn't. I know we gotta take him in, but it seems like when a black man does something wrong, all the blame falls on the blacks. That's why it ain't easy.
Remember the time I stuck my hand in a hole and got bit by a rabbit? You know, I don't consider all rabbits man-eaters.
Hoss, you sure do come up with the right story at the right time.
Come on.
Gideon, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah, what is it?
Not now. Later. Tonight.
I need a little more wood before the night's over. I'll take a look, bring some in.
Now is the time. Are you going to help me? Gideon?
I said I'd help you, and so did Daniel.
A white man?
He's the truest man you'll ever meet.
You can't trust any of them. They'll say one thing to your face, and as soon as your back is turned, they'll say another.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't I? I know them. I've lived with them.
You said you worked in the fields.
Before that, I was sent to the owner's house to take care of his son. Everywhere that boy went, I went with him. I'd play with him. I went to school with him. At night, I slept on the floor near his bed. And through the floorboards, I could hear those whites talking about their niggers, their savages, their animals. I was young enough to think they were talking about somebody else, not me. Until one day, that boy came to me and said he was going to sell me.
Why?
Because it was a good business deal. I had taken care of him practically all his life. He was going to sell me because it was a good business deal. It was right then I made my vow that I was going to be free and every one of my people were going to be free. Can you understand that, Gideon? Because if you can understand that, help me, Gideon. Set me free. Gideon, look at me. Look at me, Gideon. What do you see? A black man, your brother. Is it right for one brother to be free and the other brother still a slave?
Yeah, but setting you loose out here in the wilderness ain't the answer. Now, I've been thinking on what'll happen when we get to Boonesboro.
So have I.
No, Daniel will speak for you. Then they'll understand why you did these things. They'll probably probate you to Daniel's custody.
And then I'll be his slave.
Daniel don't want no slaves.
Ain't you his slave, Gideon?
I am nobody's slave. I am free. And that's what you can be. I can teach you how to hunt and trap, how to live off this land. And then when you want to, you can head out west. Work for somebody or own your own farm, whatever you want to do.
And our people?
Can't nothing be done for them, less than they're free.
I can free them.
It can't never be. You take an army. Besides, it's got to be done by the law. And that's how Dan'll get you free, by the law.
Well, I guess you know what you're talking about. You sure know your way around this white man's rail better than I do. I guess I have to go along with what you say.
It's the best way. You believe me. You'll see what I mean. Is something the matter?
My wrist. The ropes are cutting into them.
Well, here, let me see. These things must have been cutting into your wrist all day. Why didn't you say something?
Well, I'm not used to complaining.
Well, here, I got a rag for you. Bloody wrist here.
There now, that's not too tight, is it?
Would you have loosened them if they were?
No. I'm too smart to fall for a stupid trick like that.
Not even for your own brother?
You're not my brother!
No, you taught me that. Color don't make a brother. It's what's inside.
Gideon, you're going to take me back to Boonesboro, where I've been hung because I've killed. I couldn't let you do that.
You said that was an accident, that you were protecting your wife.
Well, I have no wife. I told that to you and Boone because he was there. And you believed it. You're as stupid as he is.
Well, what happened to that overseer then?
I killed him. You don't think I got these guns without running into somebody, do you? Your friend Jesse Watts was just lucky.
But why? Why all this?
To free our people.
How?
You already said it. You said it would take an army. Well, I'm raising that army.
When the devil would you get an army?
The Choctaw. You asked me. You said, did I see another black man out there? I said, no. I said no because I'm the one. I'm the black man the Indians think there's something special about. Those Indians would do anything for me.
Well, why would they fight to free blacks?
Because it's a good business deal. I'll help them and they'll help me. And we'll make raids to free one slave after another.
You'd be starting a war.
To free our people.
You don't think them white owners are just going to sit there while you march in and free them?
There's nothing they can do about it. They'll be dead.
Don't you know they'll fight you? Or didn't your Indian brothers tell you that? They fought them often enough.
They're not afraid of them.
Or maybe they figured to use you to fight their battles for them.
It's not their battle. It's my battle. I'm the one that wants to see them dead. I'm the one that hates the whites. And I'm the one that's going to kill them.
Over the bodies of our dead people.
At least they'll die for a reason.
A stupid reason.
Freedom?
Freedom ain't your reason. Your reason is hate and revenge. You'd massacre our people for your own satisfaction.
Well, there's nobody who's going to stop me. And you're not going to be around to do it or see anything about it. There's nothing nothing you can do. Because you're gonna die.
Your war is over. Right now.
Well, go ahead. Kill me.
You sure tempt me. But killing don't solve nothing. Not even killing you. How long you been standing there, Hoss?
Long enough.
And you didn't do nothing?
Well, you said it, Gideon. When a man has something to prove, he ought to have the chance to do it.
Hoss, I sure got a big mouth.
Something wrong?
No, I'm just thinking about Luke.
Well, looks like he's going to have to stand trial for murder, but not for Charlie Bates, thank goodness.
How is old Charlie doing?
Well, Becky says he's doing just fine.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. The thing that bothers me about Luke is I keep thinking of him with all that hate and anger. And I think how that could have been me. But I was born free.
And I've thought about that, too. But you don't have to be born a slave to hate. All you have to do is think wrong, and hopefully, someday, more people are going to be thinking right.
Daniel? I thought you said Gideon was here.
He is.
Gideon, are you feeling all right?
Oh, fine, fine.
Oh, my goodness, I thought you must have a cold.
Why?
Well, I'm cooking and the door's open. So either you're sick or your nose is stopped up because you haven't sniffed your way in there yet.
Skip to Maloo, my darling. Skip, skip, skip to Maloo. Skip, skip, skip to Maloo. Skip, skip, skip to Maloo. Skip to Maloo, my darling. I got a pretty girl, so have you. I got a pretty girl, so have you. I got a pretty girl, so have you.
Entire patrol slaughtered. Every last man dead. In all my years of soldiering, nothing like this has ever happened to a unit under my command. I intend to see that it won't happen again.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, General. If you don't want more men killed, don't send out more patrols. Chief Kanpowitz is a very smart general.
And you think he was responsible?
That'd be my guess. That's a Wyandotte Lance.
Kanpowitz. A military genius, a superb strategist. Boone, you know him. Where did he learn the art?
Well, he's a product of his times, General. He's mainly interested in survival, so he adapts.
You admire him, don't you?
Haven't seen him in many years, but he's a good man to have as a friend.
A bad one to have as an enemy.
Well, you don't choose an enemy, General. You make one.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty oak tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippinest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a Boone wanted to do and what a dream come true was he.
course, we welcome all the help we can get. And I know your reputation as a woodsman, but I wonder if you'd mind explaining exactly in what capacity you're here.
Well, as a matter of fact, Major, I'm kind of curious about that myself.
No, what I meant was, is it official or unofficial?
Colonel Boone's mission is strictly unofficial. He's here at my specific request.
Oh, then perhaps I should have asked if it's entirely confidential.
Hardly. That's why I asked you gentlemen here to dine with me this evening. Let's have a little plain, unvarnished truth. This garrison has an unchallenged record of failure. For 2 years now, Kampowitz has outmaneuvered, outfought, outthought, and outwitted you at every turn. 3 generals before me have been sacked for failure and incompetence. Your failure, gentlemen. Your incompetence. Let me assure you, I have no intention of becoming scapegoat number 4. That's why I invited Mr. Boone here this evening. That's why you're going to listen to what he has to say. Mr. Boone?
Naturally, General, I'd like to try to be of help. I'm not sure I know what kind of help you need.
How do we end this war?
Just stop fighting.
Our orders are to get...
I know what your orders are, General. That's to move the Indians further west.
You think we can do that without fighting?
I don't think you can do it at all.
Strange talk coming from you, Mr. Boone.
Why is that?
When you opened up the trail to Kentucky, brought the settlers in over the mountains, you did a powerful lot of fighting to clear the Indians out and make this region safe for other families moving west.
Well, sir, we didn't try to force whole tribes, whole nations into exile from their own land. We were willing to try to live and work in peace with them.
It hasn't worked out that way.
In some cases, it hasn't. There's been wrong on both sides. There's been resentment, suspicion, intolerance, selfish men, both red and white alike, seeking to serve up trouble to serve their own ends.
Oh, but this is different.
Different in what way, Major? Kampowitz is fighting to keep what he rightly believes belongs to his people.
Well, meaning all the wrong is on our side.
Meaning if you treat an Indian fairly, he'll be fair with you. Cross him and you've got yourself a merciless and bitter enemy. Kampowitz and his tribe have a treaty guaranteeing their borders. I say stick with that treaty.
We're willing to compensate them, resettle them.
25,000 square miles of land for a couple of kegs of tobacco and a litter of promises never meant to be kept.
It would seem you've been among Indians so long, you're beginning to think like one.
That's the only way to survive out here, Major. I recommend it.
So then your best advice is for the U.S. Army to quit?
Until you're ready to bring up enough forces for an all-out war, that's my advice.
Can we speak our minds, General?
Go ahead.
I think, for reasons I don't even pretend to understand, Boone here is trying to buy time for his friend Kampowitz. Time for him to gather more forces. Time to make more alliances. To inflame all the tribes to war.
That's enough. Major Howard and I demand you apologize to Mr. Boone.
Well, what other reason can there be for his advising us to turn tail and run?
I asked you to apologize.
There's no need. It's pretty plain my way of thinking is not the military way of thinking, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen.
Boone, I'm sure that if
General,
you get us
there's no nourishment gnawing on a dry bone. I'll be moving on in the morning.
Insolent peasant.
Gentlemen, you're excused. Major Howerton and I are going to have a little talk.
Mr. Boone, I've come to ask your pardon for the remarks I made at dinner. Well, they were completely unfounded. I was extremely rude, I'm afraid. I let my temper get the best of my good judgment. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right, Major. I was a little rough on the Army, too.
Then my apologies accepted.
They're accepted.
Thank you, Mr. Boone. Good night.
Good night.
General.
Major. I'm glad you and the Major made your peace.
On your orders, General?
No. He was genuinely sorry when his temper cooled.
No harm's done?
Oh, I guess the fault was mine, really. I should have explained to him more fully why I sent for you before we had our discussion.
Well, now that you've brought it up, why did you send for me, General?
Boone, what do you see outside those gates?
I see land, not for all of us. are red and white alike.
That's all you see? The land?
Well, what else is there?
I suppose that depends largely on your point of view.
Well, what do you see, General?
Something entirely different. 35 years of soldiering and everything I've ever fought for, Boone. Oh, I admit to being selfish. But the only thing that lies out there for me is either failure or success.
If your success depends on beating Kanput, you've got a long, rough road to hoe.
Not beating him, Boone. Just reaching an understanding with him. I agree with you. This bloodshed is tragically senseless. It must be stopped. I've been sent out here to stop it. Boone, I'll tell you something my staff doesn't even know. I have plenipotentiary power to reach an agreement with Kampowitz to stop this fighting.
Now, if you're talking about another treaty, I don't think he's going to listen.
I have a plan. What does Kampowitz want?
You're left alone, I suspect.
And all the government wants is passage through this land to the Mississippi. A trail, a corridor. He can keep his hunting ground. His people will be safe. Nobody will intrude upon them. The government absolutely guarantees it.
Well, that's an interesting proposition.
I know I can convince him of our sincerity if I can meet him and talk to him face to face, man to man. It's the only way.
And you want me to bring him in?
Yes.
He'll never come.
Boone, you're his friend. He trusts you. I know you can convince him of our sincerity.
Tell you the truth, General, I'm not sure I want any part of it.
If you don't, the lives of his people and perhaps hundreds of American soldiers will be on your conscience. You have the chance, Boone. Perhaps the only chance of preventing months, even years of bloodshed.
Do you guarantee his safety?
On my honor as an officer. He can come and go as he pleases. Boone, my whole career rests on bringing peace to this region. I have no other argument.
I don't reckon you need any, General. A man spends a lifetime soldiering is not apt to settle for anything less than peace.
I don't know where Kampowitz makes his camp, but my intelligence indicates that if you...
Oh, never mind that, General.
Well, how are you going to find him?
Well, I'm not. I'm just going to walk out there in those hills and you'll find me.
Well done, Tawanga. The boy handles the bow with grace and power.
Could his father's son do less?
She's beautiful as a rosebud.
Could her mother's daughter be less?
This is a sight I never thought I'd see.
Big Turtle bound like a spitted buck.
Well, are you going to unspit me, or are you going to stick an apple in my mouth?
Untie him, Katoga. Well, free him. This is my great good friend, Big Turtle.
Great good friend could have lost his scalp.
Big Turtle grows soft. I can remember when he could wrestle a bear with one hand and hold off 10 warriors with the other. Welcome to my camp.
It's good to see you again, Campoots.
Have I changed? Tell me, how do I look?
Like a noke shaking his fist at the moon.
Welcome again, Boone. Listen to me. If one man raises a hand, even so much as an evil look, to Big Turtle, I will crack his skull and feed his flesh to the ravens. Remember who warns it. Campoots. Tawanga, this is my good friend, Big Turtle. Come take his hand. Tawanga. He has never been this close to a white before. This is my woman, Maranta.
Pujuniti.
First a boy, and then a girl. A very obedient woman. This is Daniel Boone, Big Turtle. Fetch food and robes. What we have, he shares. You see, Big Turtle, the towns of the Wyandotte are no more. The fields we planted, our great harvest no more. We've become wanderers, nomads of the forest. We've lost everything in this war. Everything except our pride. That is one possession we will not surrender.
Campoots, you can have peace, and with pride.
Oh, it's too late. It's too late, Boone.
Campoots...
Later. Later, Boone. First, we will have a feast of remembering. Then we will go into the forest and make new memories.
Good shooting, Tawanga.
Tawanga does not want your praise. Why do we do this, Father?
Want us to hunt well, he must learn to be hunted.
By the white man?
He's not like the others. If he were, would he find us in this game we play?
Will he, Father?
Big Turtle will find the tracks just as I have taught you to find them.
He is not Big Turtle, and he will not find us.
You're thinking this, my son, will not make it so.
Punish him for learning his lessons too good?
You were different. He was commanded to show you friendship.
I'm white, to be distrusted like all the others. You're angry, my friend. You know there can be no friendship without trust. You've asked Tawanga to be my friend. Let me earn that right. Here, you take it. Come on, take it. Keep some tension on there. Keep it tight. Play, man. Here, go. Slowly, slowly.
I did it! I did it!
Sure did. You're a born fisherman. You see this little baby in a skillet. Why don't you take him up here to your paw and let him sing? Here you go. Why don't you just keep that pole? I'll see if I can get you some more hooks.
Tawanga's very grateful to Big Turtle. My father's friend is my friend.
You know something? That's just the way I'd like for it to be. You're getting the hang of it.
Now we will talk. You have made a long journey and taken much risk. What word did you bring to Camp Woods?
Words of peace.
I have tasted the white man's peace. I have no stomach for it.
You know you can't win this war, Camp Woods.
For 2 years we have fought and my people still have the land. But where are the whites? The whites are behind the stockade at Fort King, beaten, fearful, and imprisoned.
For the time being. But sooner or later, they'll reinforce. More companies, an army.
We'll meet them all.
And there'll be cannon and cavalry.
I would lead my people to the death before I lead them to slavery.
There's no need for either. You see, Camp Woods, there's a new commander at Fort King, and he's come here with the power to negotiate with you. All he wants is a corridor through your hunting grounds. A neutral trail that will be safe for your people and whites alike to travel.
Cannot be.
Why not? Here are your hunting grounds. Nobody to disturb you. All that's involved is a trail.
No. I will show you how it will be. The whites gorge themselves on the land as a snake devours its prey. They swallow it whole. First a foot, and then a limb. The snake's body begins to swell, and you would think it would burst. But no. No, it doesn't. He engulfs it all until the last small inch is fastened in his jaws. And I will not feed that snake.
All right, you just go on fighting. You go on losing your braves and losing your villages and turning your young into wild animals. You've chosen what you want.
My father makes medicine. What do the gods say?
The words of black fire carved on a pillar of white. And a great hand stretches out and gouges the sun from the sky. There's nothing left. The far-off lonely cry of a bird. Go to sleep, my son. How well do you know the new commander at Fort King?
Not well.
Well, then what makes you think he can be trusted?
Because he's an ambitious man. He wants power and position. To gain both, he has to have your support.
If you were in my place, would you go?
I think I'd take any chance to protect my people, to prevent more killing.
You have won him over.
How about you?
I want him to be free.
How long do you think he's going to live to enjoy your kind of freedom?
I will go. But only because you say I must. Not because I have the heart for it.
Who will lead us if you do not return, Kampuits?
I will come back.
Let us go with you.
Do I need further protection when I'm escorted by Big Turtle? I will go alone.
Though the wind may grieve for you, my husband, it is a foolish wind.
Yes, this we know. Hunt well, my son. If there is a pebble in my moccasin, it will not be to remind me that we have parted.
Yes, my husband. The paths you will travel will be filled with pebbles.
This we know, too.
You still expect him, huh?
You're a man of small faith, Major.
I tell you, he went to warn Kampowitz.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I believe our guests are arriving.
General's compliments, Mr. Boone. He'd like to see you in his office.
General? General, this is Camp Puitz, Chief of the Wyandottes, General Grosscup.
So this is the bloodthirsty savage who's been waging war against us.
General, I told Camp Puitz...
I have no idea what Boone has told you. But I'm very pleased to see that you have come. Guards, place that murderer under arrest.
Hold it, Boone.
I assure you I'll have no hesitancy about using this. Get that savage out of here.
I will walk alone.
General, you gave me your word.
A matter of convenience? Did you think I'd let that massacre go unavenged?
I don't think that massacre had anything to do with it.
Either way, the end justifies the means. Major Howerton, take Mr. Boone to his quarters and confine him there under guard.
Yes, sir.
Make that a strong guard, General.
You can be sure of that, Boone. Yes, come in. Dispatches from the War Department. No need for you to wait. Get some food and rest.
Bad news, General?
It seems the Secretary of War is going to pay us a visit. Dubious honor, to say the least.
When's he coming?
Anytime. I should imagine he's already on his way.
Why would he come here?
Personal inquiry into the progress of our campaign against the Wyandotte.
That could prove embarrassing as long as Boone's being held a prisoner.
I thought of that. However, if he knew that I had Camp Puitz in custody, he might be tempted to abandon his trip as an unnecessary inconvenience.
I'll have the dispatch rider return at once.
No. I prefer you carry the message personally, Major. If the Secretary should persist, I'm sure you could be more persuasive than an ordinary scout. You'll share the honor of the capture naturally.
When do I leave?
Tonight. In the meantime, let's have Boone in here.
Yes, sir.
Boone, sit down, won't you?
I'm a little particular about who I sit down with.
And may I offer you a drink?
The same goes for drinking as sitting down.
I'd hoped that by this time you'd have cooled down a bit, but no matter.
You won't get away with this. You know that, don't you?
I already have, Mr. Boone.
General, you're a fool. Do you think Camp Puitz stands alone?
You mean the Wyandotte? What are they without a leader? You see, Boone, what you consider treachery is really an act of mercy on my part. By capturing Camp Puitz, I dare say I saved 1,000 lives or more. Without him, the Indians are leaderless, but still alive.
I wasn't talking about just the Indians.
Surely you don't mean the white man. There's good land out there. You said so yourself.
I said there was enough for all of us, and I know some people who would agree with me.
And I know more who wouldn't. They want that land. I made it possible for them to get it without any interference.
I don't think you'd be a hero to them, General, if they knew how you went about it.
Outside of you, Major Howard, and myself, all anyone knows is I accepted Camp Puitz's surrender.
I think I'm beginning to understand you.
Not completely, Boone. You've been of some help to me. And in return for your silence, I'll mention you in my report and perhaps arrange a land grant from the government.
What about Camp Puitz?
He'll hang for murder. After a military trial, of course.
Then you'd better hang me too, General. Because if I get out of this, I'm going to have your scalp.
It's all over, Boone. Can't you understand that? Major Howerton's riding east tonight to spread the word that Camp Puitz has been captured. I've made my offer. I'll accept your word. Get him out of here. Throw him in the guardhouse with his Indian friend.
Say it. Say I was a fool.
Take him back to the stable. Major Howerton doesn't want to get caught when the storm lets loose.
Don't just sit there like a slab of rock. All right, say it. Say I tricked you just like he wanted.
Here we part.
You do?
There will be no more treaties. No more flags of truce.
We'll meet again?
No. But on certain nights,
and the hunt has been good. And I sit by the rich blaze of a birchwood fire. And all is quiet, and all is peace. I will think of Big Turtle. And I will say that he was not of one color or another color. I will say that he was my good great friend.
I'm glad the storm's over. Yes, you'll have good traveling, Howard. Oh, my compliments to the Secretary of War, and tell him a full report will be on its way.
I'll do that, sir.
Well, good luck then.
Thank you, sir.
General! General!
Well, what is it?
Prisoners, sir, they're gone.
The what?
They tunneled out.
Major! Major Howardson! Major Howardson!
General Grosscup. You're wasting your breath, sir. He's too long gone to hear you now.
Assemble your men, Lieutenant. The prisoners have escaped. I want a search party out in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Boone! Been waiting for you, Major. Took you quite a while getting here.
I'm gonna kill you, Boone.
Secretary of War has just arrived, sir.
Secretary of War? Why, that's not possible. Secretary, I hardly expected you so soon.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right.
You look tired, sir. I'll arrange quarters for you, and after you've had some rest...
Later, General, later. Incidentally, I ran across a mutual friend along the way.
I reckon you didn't expect to see me quite so soon either, General.
Corporal of the Guard. Corporal of the Guard, place this man under arrest. Sir, this is the man...
Perhaps we should discuss this further in your quarters, General. This way, Mr. Secretary. You will be interested to know, General, that your Tribune, Major What's-His-Name, thanks to Mr. Boone, has just had a very short and unproductive journey. He is not going to spread the joyous news of your victory over Kampuits from the mountains to the sea. No, sir, he is not. By my orders, he is now being conducted to Fort Marcy, where he will remain on ice until his tail congeals.
Sir, my intentions...
You will not interrupt, General. That's a serious breach of military etiquette. Which brings me to point number 2. Breach of military etiquette. Mr. Boone has given me a complete account of your so-called capture of Kampuits. In all my years as a soldier, in all my experience, both in and out of uniform, I know of nothing so degrading to the uniform you wear or the country you purport to represent as this flagrant violation of the sanctity of a flag of truce. What was in your mind, sir? What made you think your government would condone your treachery?
My orders were to resettle the Wyandotte. Kampuits is their leader, constantly stirring up trouble.
General, when you get a thorn in your foot, you don't help it by burning down the bush. As Secretary of War, I officially disavow your action. As a fellow officer, I am humiliated. If it were possible, I'd have a court convened today, and I have no doubt they'd vote to have you hanged. If it were within my province, I'd hang you myself. But failing that, I intend to strip you of all rank, pending a hearing before a military tribunal. In the meantime, you'll be confined to quarters under guard.
Dismissed!
Tragic sight, Mr. Boone. It's not pleasant to watch a man die before death takes him.
No, sir.
My deepest regret is that your Indian friend couldn't have seen this. It might have helped convince him of our sincerity.
Oh, he saw it all right. Mr. Secretary, take a look around you. They've been sending up smoke since early light.
What's your recommendation, Mr. Boone?
Mr. Secretary, I figure it's our turn.
Our turn for what?
Walk out there carrying a flag of truce. I figure Kampuitz is still a man of honor. Kampuitz, this is the Secretary of War, sent out here by the President.
We were not to meet again.
I think you ought to listen to what he has to say.
I've come to apologize for the dishonorable conduct of an officer who's unfit to wear the uniform of his country. We regret his actions, and we wish to assure the Wyandotte that he will be punished.
I have no interest in this officer or his punishment.
Then let's talk about your people.
What can you say of interest to my people?
That we wish to live in peace with them.
I will talk to you.
All we ask is that there be a treaty granting us passage through your land to the Great River.
What does Big Turtle say?
Well, I think he said the right words. He said your land. I think that's the important thing. As long as you own it, you can permit trespass or not.
That is the truth. It will be the land of the Wyandotte. But we will let the white people pass through on their way to the Great River. So long as they come in peace. So long as they do not settle. Is that understood?
That's all we ask.
I will give my word for my people.
And I give you mine in return.
I would say one more thing. If the white man means to keep his word, what is the need of the soldiers? What is the need of this fort?
You ask us to abandon this fort and withdraw all soldiers from this territory?
It will show me that you do not lie.
I think he has a point, Mr. Secretary.
You drive a hard bargain.
Is it agreed?
It is agreed. We will evacuate this post immediately. We will send no more soldiers to the land of the Wyandotte.
Then we will live in peace.
Well, at least he kept his word. Everything and everybody's gone.
And I will keep mine. And Tawanga after me.
Oh, I almost forgot. If a white man shows up at your camp and wants to join in on the hunt, would that be trespassing?
We will allow one white man, especially for fishing. And most especially if you take me.
Well, thank you, Tawanga.
Farewell, my friend.
Kampuitz.
Goodbye, Big Turtle.
So long, Tawanga.
Hayoka! Fire it!
You're not figuring on wearing that thing.
Well, Becky knit it on purpose so you wouldn't mistake me for a deer. Not that you're likely to hit me or anything else.
Oh, what particular Tuesday? I can knock a flea off a hound's ear at 50 yards. And if you're gonna wear that, you can just hunt alone.
It suits me. Meet you back here at sundown.
Hey, Josh.
What'd you find?
I don't know. Boyd. You must be the artist.
Not he, she. M. Boyd. That stands for Millie Boyd.
Did you know her?
Yeah, I knew her back in Virginia. Kind of a gal that had a whole lot of brains and not too much sense. She and her husband were going to make a book about the American wilderness and sell it in England. He's going to do the writing, she's going to do the painting.
Looks like they made it to the wilderness, all right.
Where would she see a thing like this?
Oh, I don't know. Let's look at another one.
That looks like an Indian mask.
Didn't look like any Indians in these parts.
Millie and Sam, right here in these woods.
No, not necessarily, Josh. It could have drifted down the river a long ways last spring during the high waters. It traveled a long way before it snagged up here.
And you never know which one of these feeder streams it came in on. Daniel, you mind if I keep these?
Well, I reckon since you know the artist, you're entitled. Well, I reckon I'll scare me up a deer.
You wear that, you're going to scare them.
Well, this will attract them. I may hang it on a bush as a decoy.
Good hunting.
Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man. He was brave, he was fearless, and as tough as a mighty old tree. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roaring'est, fighting'est man the frontier ever knew. Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. What a Boone wanted to do and what a dream come true was he.
Little Sphinx, I've got you! I've got you! This time for sure. Oh, beauty, a beauty. Forgive me, sir, for seeming to ignore your presence, but it's not every day one takes a drops of versicolor, is it? Magnificent, isn't it?
Drops of what?
Drops of versicolor. More commonly known as the hydrangea sphinx, one of the hawk moth family. A rare and beautiful species. I've been hunting one since spring.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
Do with it? Do with it? Oh, I'm going to put it to death, painlessly, of course. And then I'm going to mount it in some suitable manner where I can enjoy its gorgeous color and beautiful symmetry for years. But I must ask your forgiveness again. I am Sir Hubert Winthrop Spencer, philosopher, linguist, and man of science. FBRS, FFRS, and a fellow of many other royal societies, which is to no point now, since I haven't attended a meeting or contributed a paper for years. And you, sir?
I'm Josh Clements. I'm a hunter. It's what I do for a living.
A hunter? I, too, am a hunter. You see, we have things in common. Do you hunt the lepidopter, or are you more interested in the beetles?
Well, this time of the year, it's mainly deer.
Deer. Deer. Oh, dear. Oh, dear! Ruminant mammals of the family Cividae. And you're also interested in that work of art over there, eh?
If that's what you call it. I mean, I know the Indians do some painting around on rocks, but I never saw nothing that fancy. And the way it looks, it's been around here a spell, too.
255 years, to be precise. No, that is not precise. 255 years, 4 months, and 3 days. Now that is precise.
How long you been in these parts?
Oh, several years, captive to its golden charms.
Maybe you met a couple that was through here a few months back, Sam and Millie Boyd.
Well, I couldn't very well have met them unless they did come through. What makes you think they did?
This. Well, now, the woman I was talking about drew this. And she drew these, so these have got to be around here somewhere. What do you make of these?
Those are reproductions of the death mask and the sun god of the Aztecs.
Aztecs? What are Aztecs?
Well, the Aztecs are some of the early peoples of Mexico. Highly civilized, but savage peoples. Same people that are responsible for carving that stone over there. But for the life of me, I can't figure out exactly how you came to be in possession of those drawings.
Well, found them on a riverbank a few miles back. Rather, a friend of mine found them.
A friend?
Yeah, Daniel Boone. We split up this morning. What's worrying you?
Oh, a mystery, Josh. A mystery. I want you to help me solve it. I'll show you the originals of the death mask and the sun god.
Now, wait a minute. If you got the originals of these and Millie drew them, well, you had to meet Millie and Sam.
A terrifying mystery. You'll have to see it to believe it. Now, come along.
You don't carry a gun, Sir Hubert?
Oh, well, I own one, of course, but it would be of very little use in hunting moths and butterflies. The impact of the ball would destroy the aesthetic quality.
I wasn't talking about moths and butterflies. What if an Indian jumped you?
Jumped? An Indian? Jumped. Oh, I begin to comprehend you. You mean if an aborigine were to leap on me in an unguarded moment?
Yeah, something like that.
It's completely impossible. I'm a troglodyte, you see.
You're a what?
A troglodyte, one who inhabits caves or caverns. The entrance to the cave is right over there among those rocks. You'll have to look very sharp to see it.
Troglodyte? Hubert? Hubert?
You found it. Come in, Josh. I'm just about to strike a light for you. Quite a bright light, wasn't it? The brightest that you'll see for many years. For now, you descend into the Stygian darkness, which is to be your tomb. Although I hope to enjoy your company for many years to come. It would have been considerate of you to have weighed a few pounds less. However, off we go. Foolish of me to leave this trap set, but I hardly expected a visitor when last I left here.
No, you clubbed me.
Oh, a cruel necessity. But I made amends by saving your life.
Yeah, from your own trap.
No, that trap was designed by those who placed the treasure here. Fantastic, isn't it?
How do you open this thing?
Careful, those obsidian knives are sharp.
Well, then get me out of here.
As soon as is humanly possible.
This stuff looks like gold.
Oh, it is. Solid gold. The lost treasure of the Aztecs. All that could be saved from the rapacious hands of Cortez and his Spaniards. Go ahead, touch it. It's quite safe now. Sorry, that slipped my,
Your mind.
Oh, yes. Right. Yes. The throne of Montezuma, brought northward 255 years ago. Go ahead. Sit on it. Sit on it. Go on. Sit on the throne. Sit.
I don't want to sit. Would you just let me alone?
Oh, put on the crown. See what it feels like to be the living incarnation of the sun god.
I don't want to put on that. Who were they?
These are the bones of the unfortunate people who transported the treasure northward. Slaves who were rewarded for their labors by death so that no one would know where it was hidden. Intelligent slaves with an average cranial capacity of 1,500 cubic centimeters, which, I dare say, compares roughly with your own.
Oh, if you don't mind, I'd just soon not find out right now. You mean to tell me that them fellas pushed that stone all the way up here from Mexico?
Oh, no. This stone, symbol of Huitzilopochtli, was hewn and carved right on the spot.
Well, now, that's the same thing that's in Millie's picture.
Ah, yes, and so well drawn that the inscription is legible. See what it says.
You mean you can read that stuff?
Oh, as easily as you read English. You do read English, I trust.
Tolerably.
Huh. Well, I quote, "Now is the sun of the Aztec sunk beneath the darkness of the world, here to sleep until the earth is drenched with Spanish blood, and then like grains of corn drenched by rain, I shall rise again." The terrible rhyme, but only in the translation. Here to sleep. Thus it means here. This is a curse against the conquerors and a prophecy that we may yet live to see fulfilled.
Well, that sounds like it guarantees us a nice long life. If nobody was left that knew about this, how'd you find it?
I am a man of genius. I came to the New World to study its insects and to immortalize my name by affixing it to a hitherto unclassified moth or beetle. Teleus polyphemus Hubertius spencerius. But their ancient civilizations interested me more, and I learned to decipher the most difficult of their hieroglyphs. From the few codices that were saved from the fires of the Inquisition, I found clues and a strangely marked trail leading northward. I followed it, destroying the marks as I came so that no other might do the same. It led me to that curiously carved stone where we met today. Confess, Joshua! You knew that stone was a guide to this cavern?
I hardly had time to look at it.
You were hunting it.
I can see where a man sitting on top of all this gold would have to be suspicious of anybody coming this valley, but you got to take my word for it. I didn't have the slightest inkling about any of this.
Oh, well, I guess you're right, but now that you know what it is, it doesn't make any difference. Oh, come along. I promised you food and drink. Do you eat bird? Come. Birds. Birds. Hilly-hi-ho, boy. Come, bird, come.
You're quite a collector, aren't you, Sir Hubert?
Yeah.
All these insects, that treasure. And somewhere along the way, you collected my rifle.
Oh, yes, I left it by the mouth of the cave. Firearms are quite dangerous in here. A single shot might bring down tons of rock on us, and considering all the wealth that's here, you might be tempted to shoot.
Now, that's downright suspicious. I mean, after all, you brought me here.
Ah, the drawings brought you here. The mystery of it. Can spirits transport material objects? Do dead men walk? What is justice? Who is Sylvia? How fast is a snail's pace? What the devil am I talking about, anyhow?
What are you doing with my drawings?
I'm using them to roast the grouse with.
But you're burning them. Why, if it's such a mystery?
Ah, I tried to figure out the mystery while you were asleep. But it was no use. No use at all. The eyes cannot see, the ears cannot hear. The hand cannot touch. Man's feet are unable to sing. The liver is unable to plumb the heights of the intellect of man.
There's no mystery about one thing. Millie made those drawings, and she had to be in this cave to do it. And most likely Sam was with her. Ha!
That is not the mystery.
Then they were here.
No, I said that is not the mystery.
Then what is the mystery?
The mystery is how those drawings ever got out of the cave.
Well, Millie and Sam took them out with them when they left, I guess.
No.
Why not?
They never left.
You mean they're still here somewhere?
If you believe in the immortality of the spirit, they have departed, but in a purely physical sense, they are here.
Dead. You collected them, too. Lured them into this cave just like you did me and then killed them. Maybe you got them stuck up on pins somewhere, too.
I do not have them stuck up on pins. I wanted them to live. Sam Boyd shouldn't have tried to escape.
Tried to escape from what? Wait a minute. Now, you're going to sit down and you're going to tell me exactly what happened. Because I got to give a complete account to their people when I get out of here.
Oh, now, Josh, come, it'll never do for us to quarrel. I'll give you your first lesson in biology, the anatomy of the goat moth.
I don't want to know about a goat moth.
Oh, by spring you ought to be able to call all of these by their Latin names.
By spring?
Certainly you should be able to master it by then, and if not, we've got a lot of time. I told you I'm a captive here. A captive to its golden charms, and you, sir, are a captive too.
Who's a captive? I can leave here any time I want to.
You cannot leave any time you want to. You cannot leave ever.
Huh. You must be joking. Who's going to stop me? I'm bigger than you are, I'm younger than you are, and you ain't even carrying a gun.
Well, then go. By all means. Leave. Go. Depart. Leave. I shall miss you if you go. But I should warn you that each one of these passageways leads to 100 others, and most of those lead to death. We're a long way from the mouth of the cave, and you have no idea which direction it is. And you don't have a light. Wait! Come back, Josh. Not that way. Stop, I tell you. Careful, this is a very deep... I told you it was a very deep...
I know!
Oh, look. Listen. I've computed the fall at 5 seconds. Gravitational acceleration, according to Galileo, is 32 feet per second. Therefore, the surface of the water is about 480 feet.
Just shut up and get me out of here! Easy.
Yes. This is where Sam Boyd left us.
Millie, too?
Oh, the shock of his passing was too much for her.
Was murder just as sure as if you'd done it with your own hand?
No, I wanted them to live.
Yeah, and you wanted them as prisoners. I think we better get where it's a little more comfortable and talk this over.
Oh, excellent idea, excellent. You know, I need your companionship. Otherwise, I might go mad. I sometimes sit here when my resolve weakens. It strengthens my sense of responsibility.
Uh-huh. You know, I'm beginning to understand what worries you, Sir Hubert. Millie and Sam were here. Millie made them drawings. Millie and Sam never left. But them drawings did. And you're worried as to whether somebody else might have found this place, too.
Why would such a person take those worthless drawings when there's all of this and all of that? Ha!
How do you know that's all they took? Gold's heavy stuff, Sir Hubert. He might just taken all he could carry. Would you have missed it? And if he did, he's gonna be back with help. He probably took the drawings just to prove what he had found.
No. No. That's impossible. No one could get in here without a map any more than you could get out.
Oh. Those drawings got out of here, didn't they?
Well, perhaps some small animal, a pack rat, perhaps. Oh, you said a friend of yours found those drawings, Daniel Boone. Then he's seen the drawings, too.
You're a very nervous man, Sir Hubert. It's going to get worse. There are going to be people looking for Sam Millie Boyd, people looking for me. If you want to get that treasure out of here, you better do it right.
What do you mean?
Simple. You pack up all this gold we can carry, take it out of here while we still got a chance. I'm not going to take any of it. You can use me as a pack mule. One load, Sir Hubert. You'll be a rich man for the rest of your life. You can hire an army to come back here and haul this out.
Sacrilege! I read you the inscription. This gold belongs to Huitzilopochtli, sun god of the Aztecs, here to remain until the earth is drenched in Spanish blood.
You are an educated man. I mean, you can't believe all that stuff.
And why not, when the prophecy is so close to fulfillment? Over 2 centuries ago, the Spaniards invaded Mexico. They won their ways into the chambers of Montezuma, Huitzilopochtli's living representative on earth. They killed him, a slap in the face of the god himself. They tore down his temples and burned all his sacred books. They stole all his treasure, all except this. And the sun god bided his time. And what did the Spaniards do with the gold? They melted it down into ingots to build the mightiest armada the world has ever known to stand against England. Do not forget that I am an Englishman. And where is that mighty armada now? From the English Channel to the North Sea coast, the hulls of the homes of fishers and the gold that built them is gone. And Brazil is lost to them, and soon the whole Western world, and yet you doubt that I should believe in a curse and a prophecy. I say to you, sir, beware. Beware how you slap the face of a pagan god. 130 warships set sail, but their leaders forgot the sun god's curse. And in the Straits of Dover, that sun went out. And in the gale that arose, in the howl of the tempest, in the crack of the lightning, could be heard the voice of Huitzilopochtli crying, "Revenge!" And in the cannonade, the guns of the ships of Sir Francis Drake could be heard the drums of Huitzilopochtli beating their declares against the Spanish flag.
It's a woman's voice.
She might be hurt. Come!
That's Millie. You said she was dead.
I said that in a purely spiritual sense, she and her husband had departed.
Millie? What's wrong with her? Millie? Millie? Millie, you know me. I'm Josh Clements.
Oh, come. You must cease this unseemly display of emotion. You're under the protection of the sun god, and nothing can happen to you. Nothing to speak of.
Millie, I am Josh Clements.
I was painting a little grass skirt for my dolly when the ceiling fell. I have to get back to my painting. My dolly will be getting cold.
Millie, you remember me. I worked for your daddy before you were married. You remember the plantation in Williamsburg? You gotta remember Sarah Howard. Pete Logan.
I'm afraid it's no use. Although I hoped it might be. Stay with her. Talk to her. Perhaps it might bring her to her sense, but I doubt it.
Millie, wait a minute. Now, this is going just about far enough. Now, you've got her a prisoner in there, and you're going to get her out. You hear me?
I regret her condition as much as you do, but my first responsibility is to reach Sir Potchley.
You forget Potchley and lead us out of here. I'm going to break your neck.
May I remind you that if you break my neck, there will be no one to bring you food or tallow for candles. You and Mrs. Boyd will starve to death in darkness.
You're already killing her. She needs sunlight and fresh air.
She has sunlight and fresh air and leafy vegetables. She needs companionship. Stay with her. Talk to her. Comfort her.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Out! To find your friend Daniel Boone and persuade him to join us. I don't want him to tell anyone about those drawings.
Yeah. Maybe you better try that.
Don't try to follow me! I told you, I do not like being followed. It makes my flesh crawl.
Millie! Millie! Millie, come get me out of this bear trap!
Do you remember, Millie, That evening in the spring, when the river was high and the moon was low, the curlews cry in the afterglow, when you were just 16.
Millie! Millie! You gotta remember me!
You must remember, Millie, if only in a dream. Walking with my arm around your waist, very, very softly kissed your face when you were just 16.
Millie, now get us out of here. Wind that rope up. Just wind up that rope over there.
Are you sure he's gone?
You do know me.
Yes, I knew you at once. I wanted to cry out. The sight of a familiar face.
Well, then you were just pretending you lost your mind.
I never know when he'll be watching me.
But why? I mean, why'd you do it?
So he'll leave me alone. He's quite mad, as you've probably realized by now. He frightens me. And just maybe, if he's convinced I've lost my mind, he'll not watch me so closely and I'll have a chance to escape.
How?
Every few days, he takes me outside for a little sunshine. I'm always blindfolded. My hands are tied. But someday he just might decide that isn't necessary and I can try to get away.
Well, if you go in and out, even if you're blindfolded, you gotta sort of remember the way.
I've tried counting my footsteps, remembering the turns, but each time he takes me by a different route. He has all the cunning of a madman.
Oh, I know. He seems to think that the sun god is going to rise again, and he's going to rise along with him and be king of all the Aztecs. I think you got him convinced this time. I know one thing, he's worried. You made some drawings when you first came here, and somehow those drawings left this cabin.
Yes, he showed them to me. I pretended not to recognize them.
Well, how did they get out of here?
I don't know. Sam was carrying them when we tried to escape. That was months ago. He slipped and fell into one of those bottomless wells.
That's not just a well. That's an underground river. You know, he might have floated out of here just like that pouch.
Oh, no, Sam could never have floated, not even for a minute.
Why?
Because as long as we were trying to escape, he insisted upon taking some of the gold. He'd knocked Sir Hubert out and loaded up with as much as he could carry. I begged him to leave it. When he fell...
Went down like a rock. I'm sorry, Millie. At least it's quick. And it gives me an idea.
This is the place.
I know, I've been here. Listen, you wait right here.
Joshua, be careful.
Don't worry, I have a memory to keep me careful.
What's it like?
Just as well you can't see it. Straight down.
Nobody ever gonna get out of there. Gives me an idea. Sir Hubert's gonna be in for a shock when he gets back.
The little sphinx! I've got you! I've got you! At last. Forgive me, Daniel, for not appearing to have noticed your presence, but it's not every day that one gets a diopsa versicolor, is it?
No. The idea is to fix it to where Sir Hubert hadn't got any reason to stay around here any longer.
You mean throw the gold overboard?
That's one way of putting it. You got any objections?
Oh, not from me. That gold cost Sam his life. But there's no guarantee that Hubert will take us out with him.
No, but it's a lot more likely. If he got no treasure, he's got no reason to stay around here. That stuff's heavy. There's a layer. You just lay right over there.
You see, Millie has not been at all well, and as a stranger, it's been very difficult for me to take care of her. Josh is with her right now. That's why he didn't come to greet you.
Well, if she's been here for 2 years, why didn't you bring her back to civilization?
There are reasons why that's impossible. Excellent reasons. Soon you'll comprehend it completely.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Now, where is this cavern?
Close now. Just wait here and I'll make sure that we're unobserved.
I've already made sure of that.
Oh. Well, it's in the rocks over there. You'll have to look sharp to find it. Now go slow. The footing inside is precarious.
I figure I can make it with no trouble.
No trouble at all.
I'm all right.
Terribly inconsiderate for you frontiersmen always to be such heavy fellows. It makes it rather difficult. But we'll manage.
Just a couple more loads. Fair enough.
Fine. I'll be glad to see the last of it.
The labyrinths awaiting thee, Stygian caverns black. Abandon ye who enter here, all hope of going back. Yeah, that's quite good. I must remember that. The labyrinths awaiting thee. No, A tavern is awaiting thee with Stygian labyrinths. No. With labyrinth. No. I have wandered in the cloisters of the
What are we going to do about him?
Well, let's get this out here first.
That's all the gold.
There's still that sun god.
Let's go.
Now for old Wheats and Parts. I got a feeling Sir Hubert will never leave here as long as he's around.
And everything we've done is for nothing. We'll never be able to move that.
A lever. I gotta find something I can use as a lever. The axe! I can break him up chunk at a time and throw him in that river.
What's the matter?
I just remembered something Sir Hubert said. Beware of how you slap the face of a pagan god.
Joshua, it's no time to think of that now.
Pachi might get kind of insulted if you throw him in that underground river. Yeah, he's probably already insulted anyhow. Well, here goes. Talk about a hard head.
There's a crack already in it up there.
Yeah.
No! Sir Hubert!
Stop right there, you!
Josh, you'll shoot!
Stop!
Josh, look out!
Which little punch,
Get on, it's caving in. Josh!
Oh, he'll be crushed!
You will die! You will die! You will die! The sun! The sun! I want the sun! The sun! I want the sun!
You know he's right. We're all dead.
Look out!
Where's the trap, boy? Where's that yarn?
It's no use, Daniel. Hubert is the only one that knew the way out of here.
Here it is. Give me a hand, Josh. Billy, follow the yarn.
Look out!
that sun sure feels good. I don't know if I really ever appreciated it before.
Oh, how do you think I feel? I'd begun to think I'd never see the outside world again. I'm not real sure this isn't a dream. I'll wake up back in that cave again.
Well, I feel the other way around. Sir Hubert and the goal is a dream. I just now woke up.
Well, I know one thing. I was the richest man on this earth there for a spell. All that gold. And just had to turn around and walk away from it.
Well, you know, Josh, that's something you can tell your children.
Ah, you know I ain't got no younger.
I guess we should think about getting started.
Before I forget, here's your ball of yarn.
I should throw this away. It might be easier than trying to explain to Becky.